You can play wherever you want. Uh,
Spoiler time!
My name's Bluey. I live in Queensland, Australia.
Bienvenidos amigos, amigas a esta nueva entrevista de Spoiler Tracks acá en Spoiler Time. Hoy tengo un compositor muy interesante de un contenido que se llama Bluey, que es un fenómeno televisivo mundial. Fue calificado como uno de los mejores programas de televisión en el año 2020. Algunos la calificaron como la 11ª oferta de pantalla pequeña más querida, más amada. Bluey es un programa infantil, es el número 1 en Australia y tomó al mundo por sorpresa. En México ya se puede ver en Azteca 7 y en Disney Plus, así que la recomiendo muchísimo. Se lanza este disco en vinilo y en CD y encabezó todas las listas de éxito en todo lo que tiene que ver música para niños. La verdad que hoy tengo el honor de presentar al compositor Joff Bush. How are you, Joff?
Oh, great to meet you. Thank you. I'm good. How are you?
Good, and nice to meet you. It's an honor to talk to you. Thank you for your time and for this interview.
Thank you. And look at your amazing record collection behind you. I am so jealous.
No, it's okay. I'm a big collector of music, but the last years I collect vinyls and I have a lot of soundtracks in vinyl.
Oh, fantastic! Yeah,
yes, I love it.
And you've got the Bluey soundtrack already, which is
yes.
I'm so excited. I really hope you like it.
You have one?
Oh, I've got. Yeah, I only just got them, actually. I only just got them sent to me. They're both there. If I walk over and get them, I'll ruin the interview. But they're great.
That's great. I will show you at the last of our interview. But congrats. The music of Bluey is amazing. It's amazing.
Oh, thank you so much.
Thank you for your music. The first question, Joff, is what was the biggest challenge to compose this score for a kids' audience?
Well, I think the thing with Bluey is that we try to make music that both parents and kids can enjoy together. So, and I think that's what's been so special about working on this, because I don't really have a big background in writing kids music, and I wrote different film music and things like that. And so I just did what I knew, which wasn't really just sort of typical kids music, I don't think. Yeah. But there are so many challenges. Really approached it like it was each episode, like it's a short film, like it's its own thing. And yeah, but it's I tell you what, I put more work into a 7-minute episode of Bluey than I do for an hour episode of TV, because we are so everyone, Joe Brum, the creator, and everybody involved is so passionate about music, and we all want to make something special.
Yeah, I know. And the music in Bluey is a character itself for me. And did the director request something in particular, and how much freedom did you have to create this score?
I think there is a bit. I do have a lot of freedom, but it's really a collaboration. You know, with the director, mostly the music direction comes from the creator Joe Brum, and he every week we come into this room here. This is the Bluey. Oh, I should show you around. Oh, I can't really show you around. This is a Bluey music studio.
I love it.
And
so warm.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes.
We have every week Joe Brum, the creator of the show and writer, and he comes in, and we have what's called a spotting session. And in a spotting session, we watch the episode and we work out all the different spots the music's going to go. And then we have all these really in-depth discussions about what this is about, and we have lots of ideas, and we throw most of them in the bin, and then we throw a few more around the room, and we finally come up with something unique for each episode. But that's the difference with Bluey and the challenge as well, that every episode has a unique theme and a unique piece of music.
But it's amazing. It's an amazing work. I came to the show through the music. I never yes, and it's a fantastic score. Joff, the opening theme is simple and memorable at the same time.
Yes,
It's an amazing main title, and it starts with a harmonica. Is harmonica the first?
Harmonica. It's like I've got one here. Here we go.
Can you play something?
Yeah. Last time someone asked me to play this, I tried playing the theme and I had forgotten.
You can play wherever you want.
Spoiler time!
Wow, thank you to play. Thank you. O sea, it starts with harmonica, a guitar, and then the sound of an orchestra. Why did you choose these instruments to this main title?
Yeah, the melodica is a little bit like a school instrument. It's I think some places it's an instrument people play in schools. In Australia, everybody has to learn the recorder, and we didn't want to go with that because that's that might be a little bit too far. But it was a unique sound, and then we actually did about 8 different versions of that theme. And before we got to that one, and each one I kept simplifying it more and more until we just had that one little hook. And there's no drums in it, and there are 5/4 bars in the middle for the gaps.
Yeah.
And so I'm always really surprised when kids get up and dance, because that's all the ingredients aren't for dancing, but it's something about it makes kids dance. And I think the odd timed bars in the middle give them permission to sort of stuff up the dancing, and it's okay, like what's happening with the characters on the screen. So that was the approach. The big thing that unlocked that was when we decided to make the titles a game of musical statues, and that's what the show's about. So much is about imaginative play, and and then it's I wrote this was before Bluey was a thing. Nobody had
yes
imagined anyone watching it, so it's really hard for me to remember everything that we did to write it. But it is what it is. I'm trying to analyze it from a distance now, but I think that's right.
That's beautiful, beautiful. Joe, do you say that each episode has its own score? And how was the process to create music for each episode, maintaining a general atmosphere that feels unique through the entire show?
Yeah, well, I think there is a sort of Bluey sound. I really like old instruments, sort of broken instruments and things like that, and I try to get a bit of a homely sound, and I leave a lot of the mistakes in, and there's my voice and my accordion and my sound that sort of becomes the palette of the sound. And I'll tell you a story. I went to buy a piano recently, and a new piano, because I was trying them all out in the shop. And the one I wanted to buy, the shopkeeper said, I can't sell you that one. That's the one we use to demonstrate how bad pianos can be. But I liked it. I like those quirky instruments and things that are a little bit have character and soul.
Yeah. You work too with some singers to some themes. How did you choose these singers? And they are famous in Australia?
No, I mean, most of the voices in the music are me. On the album, there is one song at the end which was written by with a composer I work with called Helena Chaika.
Yeah.
Called I Know a Place.
And Jazz Darcy.
And Jazz Darcy is she's been my assistant / she's a composer as well. She's a really amazing, and she sang on it, and so it's really like a team effort for those things. There is a famous singer in Australia called Megan Washington, and she plays a character called Calypso. She's not on the album, but we actually played together in a band when we were 18, and now we're on the same show, so we might have to do something soon.
Good, good. And what kind of music did you did at that era? Rock and roll, pop music, or what?
It was really bad. We had all seen Prince had come into it, and we were all obsessed with Prince. And we're all pretending we could play and do music like Prince, but we couldn't. We weren't good enough.
Well, I know I know only 3 musicians or 2 bands and 1 musician from Australia. I am a big fan of In Excess. I was a big fan in my old years, in my young years. AC/DC, of course, and Flea is the bass player of the Red Hot Chili Peppers. He's from Australia too. Yes,
he's from Australia.
Yes.
I did not know that.
Yeah, he moves. He was 5 years old, I think. He moves to New York, but he's from Australia. Yes.
Oh, I've got to get in contact with him somehow. Maybe he can play an episode.
He's a great musician too. He loves jazz, etc. He plays the trumpet too. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That'd be amazing.
I would love a collaboration with you and Flea from Red Hot Chili Peppers.
It'll be a bit of a mismatch, but I think something might happen.
Yeah, of course. Everything is possible. Everything's
possible. Flea, if you're listening, hit me up.
Okay. I will send him a tweet with your music. Maybe he can catch it. So
you're making things happen.
Joff, jazz, classical music, ska. Did you also use these genres to please the adult public through music?
Oh well, I don't think we even thought about it like that. I think we just play what we like and write what we like and what fits the episode, whatever Bluey episode there is. So, there is a big sort of ska track on the album called Taxi, and that just felt right for a frantic taxi ride where everyone's freaking out. And the classical music, there's a big tradition of using classical music in cartoons, and it's kind of fun to ruin these classical pieces and make them cheeky and fun because we hold them on this high pedestal, these beautiful classical pieces, and then to bluify them is a really fun thing to do. So we do a bit of that, and then sometimes there's an episode called Sleepy Time where we used Jupiter from the Planets, and which is a famous classical piece of music, and that one almost brings this sort of home like homely sort of story into the sublime, this bigger, makes it about something much bigger, and that's what some of that classical music can also really do.
Wow, it's awesome to hear classical music in a cartoon, no?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I know it's fun. I heard somebody tell me that their 3-year-old asked Alexa to play Rondo alla Turca because it's from Bluey. So that's 3-year-olds listening to Mozart now, which is cool.
Wow, it's very cool. So just this beautiful vinyl will be released in a few days. I want to show.
Oh, it's fantastic.
This is beautiful. It's beautiful.
Yes.
So,
I'm so glad they made it in blue too.
Yeah, I love it. I have the honor to having it in my hands right now. Thanks to the people of BBC Studios. As a vinyl collector, I'm very happy to have it. What does it mean for you in this digital era, especially for music, to have your music in a physical format as valuable and important as a vinyl?
I love vinyl too. I love the ceremony of it. I think, certain things sound better. I know strings sound better on it. I think drums sound better on it. I'm not sure about everything else, but probably. But I love the sound. We recorded that album, in the studio next door, and it's all old 70s gear, and it's always really like we tried to give this really warm sort of analogy feel to it, and wanted to feel like a classic album. And so on vinyl, it feels like that's its home. And as a vinyl collector too, it's just, it's really, it's special to me. I don't know how many kids collect vinyl, and hopefully adults like the music too, but it's I like it. So.
I think it's our legacy to our kids. No?
Yeah, that's true. And
yes.
We have when we talk about what was the first album you bought and things like that, we don't ask like we don't ask kids what was the first album you streamed. You know what I mean?
Yes.
What
your first song that you heard in Spotify is right now, no?
Yeah. It's not the same.
It's not the same, of course. So, Joff, who's your favorite movie scores composer?
Oh, I have too many to mention. I cannot answer that. I'll be
maybe one or two or three.
Okay, maybe a couple. You know what? I've been listening again to. I'm particularly his songwriting. I love Randy Newman, and I've been listening to that recently, and some of his old albums, and I have so many. I love. There's a composer called Fumio Hayasaka who wrote the early Kurosawa films. I love those soundtracks. I love the energy.
Yeah.
From there, in Japan, I love the music and the film music of Japan, like Toru Takemitsu and Joe Hisaishi as well. Did some Miyazaki films, and
you like the
I could go on forever. I could keep going.
Yeah, I know. You love the anime scores, the anime movies.
I do love those as well. Yeah.
They are great.
And, Yoko Kanno did
yes,
Cowboy Bebop.
Wow,
that's amazing.
It's a big band too.
Yeah.
They have musicians from around the world to record this album. Yes.
Yeah. Oh, that's fun. Yeah, I don't know much about. I just know I like it.
It's okay. Joff, what's next for you? What new projects are you excited about?
Well, we're right in the middle of Bluey season 3, and
wow.
So I've been writing all day. I've been writing. Been here since. I've been here for 12 hours already. So I'll I'm going to go back to it. I'm obsessed with this show at the moment. So hopefully we can do that, and then I'm really looking forward to doing some more. Hopefully get to do some more albums soon as well for Bluey, and there's so much music we've done that I'd love to do. And one of the things we get to do on that album is do all the things that I've only had a week to quickly write. I've been able to bring in, the band and bring in the horn section and the string players and really make all those tracks everything we want them to be. And I'm really looking forward to doing that for more Bluey stuff as well, tracks as well.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Joff, thank you again for your time. Thank you again. Thanks for this. I hope if someday I will go to Australia, you can sign me
come hang out. It'll be great.
Or maybe if you come to Mexico, you are very welcome.
Mexico is my partner she can speak Spanish, and she was over there and she's every time we go, we've got to go on a holiday. I mean, we've got COVID and stuff now, but every time we go, she goes, we're going to Mexico. We're going to Mexico. We're really excited.
Yeah, you're very welcome here.
Thank you very much. And thanks, and great to meet you, and thanks for the chat.
No, thank you. Nice to meet you, and keep doing great, please.
Thank you so much. Take care.
Thank you. Gente, Joff estuvo con nosotros. Vean la serie de Bluey, escuchen la música que es espectacular. Nos encontramos en una próxima entrevista acá en Spoiler Tracks. Adiós.
Do you want to play? Yeah!